Are you able to help me?
Sir, I can assist you straight away.
Thanks. There's an abandoned manor on LeBlanc Road between Vernet Street and Silent Way. There we go. Thanks a lot, officer.
Hey, Sherry. There's post here. And it seems as if the letter was delivered recently.
Oh, really? Sherlock, I hope this letter does not reach you, for it would mean you have committed to your absurd flight of fancy. The past is the past. To expend any more time and energy retreading one's steps is, at best, childish indulgence, and at worst, pathological weakness. Consumption is an ugly end, and you are better off for not witnessing it, despite all your protestinations. One presumes by now you have visited our mother's final resting place. I trust this has satisfied your impetuous impulses and frees you to return to London at once. It's time to turn your back on what was and help to shape what could be. The nation needs you.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
That's the Mycroft I know. Predictable.
Alright then.
There she is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Was the only one way to
The
find
ash
out.
all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier, perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Take a look around, Sherlock. I'm sure you'll discover something.
I'm sure I'll discover something too. Eventually. Hopefully sooner than later. Okay, it's just a big pile of mess that is. Hello?
Why does this barn give me such an unpleasant feeling?
Oh, I know. It's because Mycroft used an axe to shoo you out of here. It scarred you for life, but I enjoyed it.
What the hell is this? Oh,
I did not expect these to still be here.
it's
It
wooden.
was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest.
Right, okay.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief.
Absolutely. You should probably bring that with you.
And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass. Oh, very precious. Funny. Wooden Joe reminds me of the trouble we once got in with the police. Do you remember, John?
Somewhat. Maybe we can recall more details.
Maybe. Let's keep looking around, though. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, I have to pin... Why do I have to pin it first? Alright, the policeman...
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was?
A metallic,
I
shiny
bet it was our reward.
object.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
An adult, a male.
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother.
Right.
Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Secret paper assignment.
Yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
Oh, I bet you love a chaise longue, mate. Big old chaise longue up your... So here we are in Stonewood Manor.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Exactly. We have been instructed that a public auction will take place on the 20th of July at Stonewood Manor. All lots have been selected from the finest pieces of property owned by the Holmes family, and have been evaluated by experts. Their authenticity is
I
confirmed.
was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders' wares. It is worth a look, wouldn't you say?
Find furniture traders across the island to acquire items for your manor. Their stock updates frequently, so keep an eye on the map for notifications of new deliveries. Okay, good to know, I guess. What's this now? Soon after we left Cordona, some of our manor's furniture was sold at public auction. Seems unlikely, but perhaps we can locate what was lost among the wares of local traders. Sure. We'll, I'll give it a thinking over. I'll consider it, at least. Oh!
Mycroft's umbrella. The only
Right.
outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Nice burn?
Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it? I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor.
Okay.
I remember how angry Mycroft was about
What does that
these marks.
say?
He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor.
OSJO or something? Okay. News of Violet's death, 10th of April, 1869. Tragedy at Stonewood Manor. Mrs. Violet Holmes, widow of Siger Moreland Holmes, died unexpectedly in her home yesterday, April 9th, 1869. She is survived by her two sons, aged 20 and 10, though it is unclear if they will remain in Stonewood Manor. Mrs. Holmes purchased the property only a year ago. Despite her feeble constitution of body so ravaged by consumption, Mrs. Holmes was quickly welcomed into Cordona's elite. In her high vocation she had, in addition to the deep intuitions of a gifted woman, the strength of a man, the conscientiousness, the conscientiousness, 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 okay, conscience, conscientiousness, Chuatel Edgewafar, and the wit of a satyr. A specialist in ancient objects, she became the authority on authenticity. Police conducted an investigation upon arrival at the manor, but have not released further details. The cause of the death
Something did happen that day, but no one can
God.
tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
That really messed me up. In the future I need to look up how to pronounce that word.
Another one.
Conscience.
There must be something important behind it.
I can't even, like, what? Forget about it. Okay, let's see.
One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like deja vu.
Another memory incoming, Sherry.
Strange. I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning. I think our family portrait used to hang here.
Pin. There we go. Alright. There was always...
Always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft.
Our
Our
mother...
mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it.
I see. Oh? This trip was...
a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
Time to figure this out.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs. Go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
We arrived in the early morning of a rainy day. Sherry's mother was weak and unsteady, so he tried to help her. Mycroft was very serious while dealing with luggage. When he saw Sherlock trying to help his mother up, he commanded him to go upstairs to our room. The last person to arrive was the doctor, Otto Richter, who said that the neighbors will believe that Violet has tuberculosis. Sherry just realized that he had never heard her coughing. Oh.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
Oh. Alright, sure. Hello?
Look at this. It's like traveling 10 years into the past with a single step. Oddly satisfying. Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind. Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets. I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch. Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we?
Sure, I guess.
Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes. We visited him several times while living here.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
We sure did, John. Now, what do we have here?
Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours, they were half mine too.
Huh. Oh?
An artifact from Palau carved out of bone and claimed to be 300 years old. My mother proved it was a fake. My very favorite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure. The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity. Look at this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
Oh.
Interesting. What's that over there?
Yes, what is it? Is that a key?
This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's poke around and see if we can find any secrets.
The only fiction book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me. So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana.
Good times.
A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
You mean for spying on people?
Oh. A suitable opening. Let's give it a try.
Doesn't fit here.
Oh. How about right here?
Perfect match.
Uh-huh.
My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again. Made of cherry wood. Father's favorite. Still has a faint odor of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home.
The pipe of Saiger Holmes. A small, straight smoking pipe made of cherry wood that belonged to Sherry's late father, Saiger Holmes. We had to hide it from Violet as she didn't know we stole it from his cabinet in London. The wood is old, its surface is worn from frequent use, but it has been well maintained. A faint scent of tobacco lingers. Sherlock has taken his father's pipe with him. I sense it carries considerable sentimental value.
I knew you'd find it in no time.
Is that it? Is that the treasure? My dad's old pipe. Alright. I guess we don't need to pin any evidence now. Alright, so... police reports about my mother's death are missing. I always thought my mother had tuberculosis. Mycroft said it was what killed her. My mother was not suffering from tuberculosis, also known as consumption. I don't remember any persistent coughing. Alright, fine. Mycroft hid the truth about the death of our mother and lied when he told me that she died of tuberculosis. We had a neighbor on the island that was friends with my family. While there are no records about my mother's death, we had a family friend on Cordona. He may know something. Aha. He used to live in one of the neighboring houses, near the Greek bridge, with a gas air balloon in the yard. Is that the Greek bridge? Okay.
Wasn't that neighbour missing a finger?
That does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilded, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
I suppose we must, yes.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
What's going on here?
As if they were struck by a battering ram.
I wonder how we managed not to hear any of this.
Yes, indeed, John. That is very strange.
Destruction and trampled ground. Destruction and trampled ground.
Something very strange happened here. Oh.
Oof, the contortionist you were not. Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off. A missing pinky. Middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilded.
Oh dear. I feared it to be so.
A belt from a dressing gown. Curious. A kneecap reduced to splinters.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police. An amount of attention that most can only dream of.
Oh. Okay, hold on.
A strong pull broke this leash. A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
An adult elephant. 2 tons minimum, 18 inches in width.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless. Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence.
Alright. The frame will turn white. Oh, okay.
This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation. A royal suite for a favorite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
Alright, can we go inside? Oh. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh. It's still white, though. I think we missed something. Aha.
A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship.
Oh? Now, what do we have here?
A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
Oh.
It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
Oh dear. This place had its fair share of altercations, hasn't it? Oh. Oh! Here we go. Time to figure this out. Where do we start? The elephant gets poked, gets angry, breaks free. Trampled, probably. And runs away. Okay, so it's either an elephant or someone staging it as an elephant. Let's see what the answer is.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
So maybe I was wrong then. So the elephant didn't do any of this. It was staged to be an elephant attack.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Or maybe not. Maybe it was an elephant attack. I haven't seen enough evidence to confirm or like even suggest that a person did all this, but the game is telling me that I'm wrong and that a person did this, but maybe not all of this. So maybe the elephant broke free and killed Theodore. But then there was someone else who ran away?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay. The elephant didn't leave its place. While it was still chained, it choked the guy. Then a person came in and did something.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Please believe me, John, I am trying. I don't know. Let's get out of here. I don't have enough evidence to construct this scene. I don't know what's going on.
This is quite comfy.
Oh, there's a blood trail leading all the way here. Okay, so that suggests that the body was dragged. Maybe.
was certainly under pressure.
Oh, what's this? Hold on a
Did
minute.
we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today.
Oh. Is that it? Okay. What do we got in the case book? The elephant may have attacked Theodore in order to break free. A bosun's knife was left near the shed at the crime scene by an unknown person. This type of knife is used to cut ropes. Okay. Alright, fine, let's try this again. Just one last time and then I'm gonna give up on it. Okay. So the... Hello? Take a seat, please. So the blood starts all the way from here, meaning that something major happened here. Oh, okay. Alright, alright. That makes sense. Could the elephant have dragged him here? I don't know about that. But the game says it's wrong, so I don't...
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Alright, fine. Some guy kills Theodore, then the elephant... the elephant is an accomplice. He hides the body and runs away.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Oh. Oh. Wait. Oh. Okay, well this possibility has the guy in it. So... maybe it was like that, or... maybe it wasn't poked, maybe he dropped it? Like that?
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
Maybe. Why, do you have a better idea? Hey guys, have any of you seen an elephant?
May I ask you something?
That's a question I can answer.
It crossed the Greek bridge in the direction of the forest where Theodore used to walk it. Okay.
Could you help me?
I'm so sorry. I can't help you, sir.
Help me, please.
I'm so sorry. I can't help you, sir.
This isn't
Alright.
working. You might need a different...
Alright, John, calm down. I just wanted to make sure. Stop writing, criticizing comments about me in your fake diary. Worthless sack of shit. Oh. Here we go.
The elephant barged into this cart of olive oil.
What if we're lucky and he slipped and fell somewhere along the way? Okay, hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
Oh, you're such a killjoy.
Oh. Oily water. The elephant went deeper into the water. That is where we'll have to go too.
Strange. It was hung with care.
Interesting.
The game has escaped us, for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
Dear Theodore, I am writing to you as a fellow islander. I value our friendship just as I value the lives of our people. Although I am afraid this one-sided friendship cannot tie my hands any longer. I am being made to look weak in the eyes of your neighbors. They believe that your tree is a mockery, and not a peace offering as you intended. The people are afraid. You refuse to give your elephant a proper trainer, instead using your own limited knowledge to teach it. It's an impossible situation. I admit that I did think of having the elephant forcibly taken and given to Mr. Tailheart, who has shown that he is quite capable of looking after the elephant Bean, although she is female and far less frightening than your beast. Please reconsider the situation. Sir William Sinclair, Governor of Cordona. A letter of complaint about the elephant from the mayor. Oh? What? Hello?
Could you help me?
I rather bite a snake than talk to you.
Did I just drown? Sherlock, can you not swim, Sherlock? Seriously? Aha, and with the key that we found in the jacket, we now have access to the Gilded manor. Let's investigate further.
I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist.
A lot of old stuff in here.
Gosh, what a mansion.
This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
Hey, don't judge. Don't be so judgmental. What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Stop doing that. Oh? Hello?
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilded was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilded. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened. Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
I see.
That is a terrifying experience, Miss Gilded. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilded. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I don't have any thoughts on this.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
I see.
Miss Gilded, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet
Of course.
Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Yes, of course. Can I go through your things? Thanks. What do we have here?
False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary. She packed as much as she could carry.
Oh, what do we have here?
The same dull poses on all romantic photographs. So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk.
About what?
You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking of that, makes me think.
Oh, nothing? I was just fascinated by your, book.
A commendable effort to barricade the windows.
Can I, look at the photograph again? This victory is for you and you only. 1879 race finals. For my lighthouse in the darkest storm, Paul.
I have to leave you for now.
Alright. First of all, this.
These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
Right.
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit.
Do you know anything about this?
How can you read something
Oh.
like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
Right. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much. Hello? Ooh. Faded leather, frequent use.
Nicest spot in the room. Mr. Gilded spent hours of his life right here.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
Indeed.
Quite the spectrum. From the history of the Roman Empire to conspiracy theories of the French Revolution.
Oh.
Mother. It's nice to see her young and smiling. From before Mycroft was born. Our family loves to prod at the past.
Holmes's desire to rake up the past is hereditary.
Ivory baths.
What's so special about this place? Another elephant? A catchy title. A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
There we go. Elephant Man, Cordona Chronicle 1875. A local wealthy resident, Theodore Gilded, 55, has purchased an Indian elephant from a traveling circus. Mr. Gilded commented,
"It is a wonderful opportunity. There is no one on the shore better suited to provide such a comfortable home for this elephant. It is a paradise for a noble creature. No longer will this animal be locked in a tent with clowns. He will be my companion from now on. My second child. My favourite child. And I will protect him. Don't be jealous, people of Cordona. I am your best citizen."
Only time will tell if this is a midsummer madness or not. The neighboring elite of Cordona are shocked to read the news, and furthermore to hear the terrible trumpeting of the beast. But they are having to accept the eccentricity of one of Cordona's most powerful. Now we can all say that the richest of our island have troubles to bear too, the same as the rest of us.
Child, an apparent son and heir, I'd say.
Yes. I would say that too. Sis.
A relatively functional choice to replace the finger.
Oh, right. The finger.
Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
Ooh.
Theodore seeks some pink elephants with this.
$1868.
I think Miss Gilded has barely matured.
Oh dear. Oh, another photograph. 1877? I think so.
I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
Alright then. Is that about it?
Looks eccentric and smells eccentric.
So it must be eccentric. I think we have more questions for Imogen. Hello? Oh.
And, which part of the elephant is in here? It's quite pungent.
Oh, that. It's elephant slap. Father believed that it might replace traditional ambergris.
Well, that's true entrepreneurship.
Oh. It's definitely an idea.
A. Swift, is this name familiar to you? Your father had it removed from this plan.
Oh, that's Arthur Swift. I've seen him a couple of times here. He works with my father in the old city, digging up something ancient.
He is an archaeologist?
That's the word, yes. But to be truthful, I really don't think Mr. Swift is fit to be one. I've just learned a lot about archaeology from my favourite book series. Oh, they are page-turners.
Inspirational, I'm sure, but would you happen to know where this Mr. Swift might be found?
I don't, but perhaps you can find out somewhere. My father's work with him is all official. Lots of boring legal papers with signatures and stuff.
Right.
Stop the presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger? Or nosebagger spurns local life? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past.
Excuse me?
Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes. You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Gossip? The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring-do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be told with or without you. My readers demand it.
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin Sertel, editor-in-chief of the Cordona Chronicle. Advocate of the free press, voice of the people, scourge of the silk stocking.
Charmed, I'm sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me to consult your archives? There are gaps in my knowledge of Cordona.
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well, I think we can strike a bargain. I shall provide you access, and you let me keep writing about your exploits.
So be it.
Brooding bachelor builds bridges. Now that's character development.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things.
Whisper? What do you mean by that?
I'm watching you closely, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go now. Hello? Ma'am? Do you need assistance or something? Alright then, I'm just gonna work. I have some research to do. Okay. Article from our childhood. A front page story. Written by science journalist. Alright, close enough. The Lord of All Beasts by Dr. Ian Menzies. That's an unfortunate last name. Only a lucky few can claim to have beheld this planet's strangest and most wonderful fellow, the elephant, said to be land's largest animal. This colossal yet friendly creature enchants all with its size, intelligence, and communication. Elephants are mammals, just like humans, and originate in Asia and Africa. Despite feet that reach 18 to 25 inches in adult males, the elephant is surprisingly agile, and in concert with its prehensile trunk, can perform feats of remarkable dexterity. Elephants form strong emotional bonds with their loved ones. Some scientists have even reported witnessing signs of grief or happiness. Perhaps the question is not how much elephants resemble us, but how much we resemble them.
That's the article. Feeling old already?
No. Should I?
I'm watching you closely, Mr. Holmes.
Alright, I'm gonna get out of here now.
He's even been putting up posters. Poor man. Losing it may be nice weather.
Oh.
It's hot today, isn't it?
Excuse me. Just walking by.
He's even been putting up posters. Poor man. Losing it may be the death of him.
Okay.
He's even been putting up posters. Poor.
So we have here a music teacher that had his violin stolen recently. A local music teacher has been putting up posters in central Scaladio around St. Clement's Cathedral, appealing for information about his stolen violin. Oh dear. Stolen! My old violin has been taken. If you have any information that may aid in my instrument's return, please visit me on Professor's Road, north of Adler Street in Sacladio. All help appreciated. Anthony Jones. Alright. I guess a little treasure hunt can't hurt anybody.
Exquisite furniture for your home.
Furniture, you say?
My goods will brighten up your house.
I'll come back with more money.
You always know where to find me.
I sure do.
Does it look remotely familiar to you?
Should it?
Concentrate, Sherry.
Huh? What are you talking about? What's happening? What should I be...
Does it look remotely familiar to you?
What does look...
Treasure maps from the governor. Find 8 and come back for more.
Who said that? As part of the governor's commitment to increasing tourism on Cordona, the City Hall is excited to announce a treasure hunt event. The challenge consists of 3 stages, each consisting of 8 photographic clues to the locations of hidden treasure boxes. Once the participant has collected all 8, he or she must return and collect the clues for the next set of treasures. That sounds like fun. But, John, I don't know what you want, man. What looks familiar? I don't... Is there... something... that...
Does it look remotely familiar to you?
What? Statue?
Treasure maps from the governor.
Or... the cops? What do you want? This? Or... this?
Does it look remotely familiar to you?
Maybe I have to, like, activate the quest. Silence is golden. Pin. There we go. Alright. A lot of people gathered.
A large crowd gathered.
For some reason. Mycroft was there, or that's me. I was here.
I was here. Young and passionate about the truth. Mycroft stood close to me. He was keen on my attending every official event, that I might prepare myself for the Crown service.
Lucky for you, that was the last time he did it.
There was a tribune.
There was a stage here. A tribune.
And
the governor gave his speech there. He was lying through his teeth and nobody noticed, or didn't want to, but I noticed. I was extremely irritated by his lies. I shouted my opinions very loudly for everyone to hear.
The crowd went wild.
right. And then what happened? The crowd went wild, yes. And then what? Oh.
Mycroft was angry but calm. He led me away from the stage.
And he told me
He
something.
told me that I should keep my mouth shut. That silence is golden. I couldn't stand for that.
Behold, Sherlock Holmes's famous adherence to justice was born here.
Right. Well, thank you for that, John. And for the money that, for some reason, I don't know why I got money from that.
You lost, sir?
Huh?
Not at all. I'm right where I need to be. I'm Sherlock Holmes, by the way.
Ursula Oni, the chief archivist. How can I help you exactly?
I need to take a look at the history of Cordona and its islanders to retrieve some, hopefully, useful information.
Your brother Mycroft told me that you were direct, and now that we've met, I can see that is true.
Someone in our family has to balance the evasive nature of my brother. Well, may I use the city archives?
You may, of course, but in return, perhaps dinner?
That's a high price
Excuse me?
for looking at your archives.
I was teasing you. Pay no attention to me.
Oh. Alright. I won't. Unless you want to, or...
I'm curious, how did Mycroft recruit you? I doubt you're a field agent. I imagine you work with intelligence.
That's correct. Your brother noticed me when I tracked down a spy at the archives. That's how our cooperation began. And you? Did Mycroft force you into this?
Not at all. We simply have a mutual interest in someone. Or something.
Of course. A fruitful and willing collaboration, I'm sure.
Well, I'm his younger brother. I have to accept the consequences of being a close relative of an official figure.
I suppose, in a way, we are colleagues, Mr. Holmes.
In the remotest way possible, Miss Oni.
Yes. Well, anyway. Let's, find the archives. Archivist, okay. No? Archive. Excellent. Just what I was looking for. Oh. Okay. I've gotta pick the right quests. Ivory Bath's construction plan. So... business... Old City... British... There we go. Gilded and Swift Limited. By authority of the government of Cordona, this deed registers the creation of Gilded and Swift Limited on this, the 21st day of June, 1877. Theodore Gilded is the sole proprietor and founder of the above enterprise and shall provide finances and the land known as the Roman Outskirts. Arthur Swift is a founding partner and shall provide finances and his services as archaeologist. The primary purpose of the enterprise is to perform archaeological research in the ruins located in the intersection of Bazaar Road and Arnaut Street, beyond the fortification walls in Old City Cordona. The sole proprietor, undersigned, hereby agrees to fund an archaeological research in exchange for ownership of any uncovered items of historical value. The founding partner, undersigned, hereby waives all finder's rights and ownership of items uncovered in the archaeological dig in exchange for the exclusive right to publication of all academic findings thereof. Theodore Gilded and Arthur Swift.
With your love for archives, you would have made the perfect bureaucrat.
Thanks.
I remember the monument, Cordona's legendary pirate, the Robin Hood of the place. Do you recall it, John?
I do. I wonder if... What is that?
What is what? Oh boy. What's happening? Oh.
Karim of the Silver Hand, the pirate with a golden heart. I told you I remembered him.
Hey Sherlock, I'm up here. Guess what I've found? A riddle, and it's about a treasure. Listen to this.
What? John, you've surpassed yourself.
On the top of the monument was carved the first in a chain of riddles which, as John suggests, lead to the Silver Hand's lost treasure. The first riddle. A hand with treasure, a quest so sweet. Stand where Euros Road and Crooked Street meet. A few steps towards the mosque, left at the first stairs, and find the courtyard a wishing well shares.
Come on, Sherry. This is just like the old days. Sherlock and John on a pirate's treasure adventure.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have things to do, John, though. We're not kids anymore. But, you know what? Maybe.
From day to night, Idol stands there.
Aha. I've overheard that in order to enter the dig site, I need to be employed. A man named Aiden recruits new workers in the old city marketplace in the west end of the district. He has a scar on his neck and only looks for working types with a pro-British attitude. Interesting.